Hello?
Yes, visible. Go on, Vanika.
Okay. Yeah, so Preet, Ayushi, and I, the three of us are here together today. So Preet will begin with the presentation.
Okay, hi, I'm Preet, one of the co-founders of Mind. So Varnika, Ayushi, and I are present here today, and we three are undergraduate students from Flame University who are majoring in psychology. We recently started Mind, which is a mental health organization that aims to psycho-educate people and also provide pocket-friendly therapy, especially for students during this difficult time. Our venture philosophy is that we aim to kind of solve the inaccessibility to therapy by providing therapy at a minimal cost because it's as good as taking help for any other physical problem. So the three problems that we're essentially trying to counter, the first one being there's a lack of mental health awareness in India, and the importance of therapy and the stigma around mental health is extremely high and the importance is not known. So we try to kind of create awareness about disorders and various other mental health issues through our Instagram posts or certain blogs, etc. And we kind of try to put it out there in the most creative way possible so that people can also relate to it. The second problem we try to counter is that we've seen people around us, being college students ourselves, that students don't usually have the budget to actually avail therapy or the help they may need. That is usually varying from maybe 1.5K to 2K a session or even more at times. So we've created a network of psychologists who offer these quality services at pocket friendly rates. And the third problem is that there's a high rate of a lot of mental disorders in our country, and there's an extremely the numbers of depression and suicide have only been rising in the last couple of years, and especially during the COVID situation. So we wish to address the importance of therapy through our social media platforms. Why now did we come up with this? It's because we've been observing an intense amount of distress over the last few periods, this entire COVID situation. We've seen our friends, our family go through an extreme amount of distress because of the situation. And that's led to a lot of people having immense anxiety, people falling in depression. A lot of students are not able to afford this therapy, being at home, and are not able to open up to their parents about this at the same time because it's so stigmatized. So we thought that this would be a really good opportunity for us to provide the right help and also begin an organization about something we're so passionate about.
So now that we've addressed the context in which we decided to come up with this concept and sort of execute it, let's look at the market size. So essentially, as of now, we are only catering to those above 18 years of age, especially because this is a very sensitive area it's a very sensitive field to work with. But we do plan on catering to those below the age of 18 as well. So as of now, our serviceable obtainable market, which is the kind of population that our clientele falls in, are the college students living in metro cities, essentially Bombay, because that's where majority of our clients are from. So Bombay, Bangalore, and Pune and Chennai are the four places where majority of our clientele is from. But we aim to reach beyond these metro cities and help the word spread to other different colleges in other cities as well. So as for our competitors, these are a few organizations or ventures, as you'd call it, which have also come up with affordable therapy as one of their services. But the competitor advantage or the USP that we come with, which is low pocket friendly rates, which are also provide quality services, because a lot of the other organizations, they connect the clients with a counselor who's just has a generalized specialization or is specialized in daily everyday issues. But as for us, we have 6 psychologists on board as of now, one of them being a clinical psychologist, who are specialized in different fields. They are experts in family therapy, relationship, interpersonal issues, and a lot of these different fields. So we are also well connected with college students. Being college students ourselves, we realize the kind of need that they come with, and we connect them with the suitable therapist based on the Google form. So we have a Google form which we have drafted especially for this purpose, and we send it to our clients so as to connect them with a therapist who would be best suitable for them based on their details and their problems. And we also have a feedback and flexibility aspect that we consider very important, because if somebody is not comfortable with that particular therapist or would like to change, they can always give us the feedback and we'll make sure to have them that change. And we also have an active listening chat space that we're working.
So I'm going to talk about the services now. As an organization, our main aim was to psycho-educate the people and make them aware of all the clinical disorders that are present. So in order to also see and how they can help the people around them is one of the ways. And we do that through our social media platforms such as LinkedIn as well as Instagram, where we put up posts daily on different sort of topics of like whether ways to manage stress, how to stop overthinking, and quick and efficient ways that would help them in their daily lives. Apart from psycho-educating our audience, we also offer pocket-friendly therapy to students as well as adults. Like Varnika mentioned in the previous slide, that we cater to students specifically. However, we do get some adults as well. And more than anything, the quality services is what we also believe in. And other competitors or other firms, they have therapy sessions at pocket friendly rates, but however timing is a problem, so they may have it for around 30 to 40 minutes a session. However, our therapy sessions go on for at least 1 hour. Apart from that, we also have an active listening chat space that we're aiming to make it anonymous from both ends, so that is still in progress.
Yeah. As for a little bit about the developmental journey of Mynd over the last few months, and we've only started in August, so it's only been a few months until now, and our aim to how to develop further with this particular concept. So as of now, for collaborations, we would like to associate ourselves with organizations from different fields. So as of now, we've done that with an environmental organization which focused on sustainable projects, because we believe that, of course, psychology is applicable everywhere, be it in organizations or the environment or in every other field. So we also want to look at those aspects. And we'd like to help our word reach to universities and schools through workshops. So as of now, we have, of course, our college itself, Flame University, and Ashoka University. We have also spread our word there and spread our pamphlets and brochures there as well. And we would also like to aim at, we would also like to aim at, sorry, is someone saying
Please
something?
go ahead.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. So we would also like to, in the near future, of course, not as of now, but come with sort of merchandise for Mynd, or maybe mental health hoodies and t-shirts with a quote on them. And our main priority is automating the whole system. So because it gets very difficult to do all of this manually because of the different timings and the different connecting clients with different therapists, we would like to invest in automated systems such as Appointee and other booking platforms where everything can be done in one place. And we would also like to outsource a sort of financial help, because of the three of us, we try to do as much as we can in terms of that sense, but none of us are finance majors and we have not really studied that much about it to be able to efficiently work with it, especially when our organization probably gets a higher reach. And we would also like to make some more therapy packages and make the chat space anonymous in terms of services. And website, we'd like to have the direct booking and payment on the website, which is something we're still working on. So, of course, this is still on a very raw stage, and it's an initiative which we are aiming to have a higher reach so that it becomes into something bigger. And as for our team, we aim to hire psychiatrists and psychologists from different fields. So we do have psychologists from different fields, but as a psychiatrist, because what happens is a lot of the clients come to Mind, and their therapy sessions help them realize that some of them probably need psychiatric help. So they end up going to a different organization or a different company or a hospital to avail that sort of help. So if we have a psychiatrist on board, we would not lose that client and they would be in the same sphere, in the same company. So that is something we're aiming to do. And social media, we would like to have a higher reach, but all organic. We don't want to we of course we want to promote our posts and our ideas, but the kind of audience, the target population that we want for them to follow us is all organic, that we're aiming to do.
So I'm going to just talk a little bit about our business model, because we've started off and our aim is to make everything pocket friendly. These are our rates for our students as well as the non-student clients that come in for therapy. So we charge $650 a session. However, very recently we changed our fee to $700 a session, because we're also a growing organization. We require the funds as well to invest in other whether it is our websites or the Zoom platform, etc., to avail the therapy, right? So as our rates are now 700 a session for the students and 1200 a session for the non-students. The therapist still gets a fee of 500 a session and 1000 a session for the non-students. And as a service commission, we take now 200 rupees per session.
Yeah. So this is the team. About the team, a few skills, and the financials. So essentially, the point of putting up a financial statement was that we just wanted to point out that a lot of our revenue that we generate, of course, majority of it goes to the psychologists, but a lot of it also goes in the operating expenses, which is advertising and promotion and everything. And all of which, of course, we do from our own inventory. But because even we are college students, we are trying to sort of manage all of this and figure out a way that would be best efficient to manage everything.
Yeah, also because we understand the importance of mental health and how, especially in this lockdown, if we were to see rates, we've seen the rates of depression and suicide kind of just rise up. So we understand the importance of it and how it is a growing venture. So for us, our utmost importance is just to get maximum reach for people to know about the various kinds of disorders and reach out for help, because of how stigmatized mental health is and even availing therapy is. So our aim is to also break, or destigmatize this entire concept of availing therapy.
These are just a few
Yeah. And I just like to add that, I mean, it's a very, very young born organization. It's been like almost 3 months. And since like we kind of knew this before we started, that we're going to face a lot of issues in terms of starting something like a mental health organization rather versus a product, because they would tend to sell more due to higher demand, since there's so much stigma and it's considered extremely, like, it isn't really given the importance it's required in our country. So we knew that maybe it would pick up a little bit slowly, and we were prepared for that, but we're really hoping that it does sooner or later really pick up faster.
Yeah, and over the last, just to give a number, we've had about 25 clients over the last 3 months with 6 psychologists on board. So, yeah. Thank you.
Do you realize this name is very common?
Yes, we have.
You might even get a notice to change the name, because there may be somebody holding trademark for it, because I just Googled, I saw at least 10 different company names spelled MYND.
Yeah, so essentially ours, when you pronounce it, it's actually My Mind, because our logo is slightly different. It's not just mind, it's when you read it out, it's actually My Mind. But yes, we were aware when we had to, like, when we are in the process of like registering a company, etc. We were aware of the fact that we would have to possibly
So we
change.
do have a few other. That's why we wanted to name it something which could have many different interpretations off, so that if we
So
ever
maybe you should check with the trademark lawyers and if you can manage to get one so that you don't get into trouble. But are
sure.
you a for-profit company or a not-for-profit company?
So initially, to begin with, it was we were aiming to be a non-profit company, but over the course of time, we realized honestly that the sort of effort we are putting into it and the kind of audience that we are catering to, even though it is a pocket-friendly and affordable service that we're offering, there's still some sort of profit that we would like to make, throughout the process of it. So.
Well, so you're saying you're a for-profit entity?
Yeah.
Well, you could speak to your auditor, CA, whoever is helping you with this. Number one, before I come back to it, the competition you showed, there are 3 foundations listed as competition.
Yeah, about 5 to 6. Yeah.
So the foundation suggests that they are not for profit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So majority of the players in the space that you're trying to play with is not for profit. And there's a reason to it. And before going further on that, I'll come back. Why should this be a for-profit company again? Right? It can well be a not-for-profit company. If you are a foundation, you can also take salaries and pay all your expenses. Only difference as a foundation when you register it as a Section 8 company under ROC, right? Instead of a private limited.
Mm-hmm.
You can still take salaries,
don't hit him again.
pay all your expenses, and only difference would be that you may not be able to take dividends out. And given the kind of business it is, I'm not sure how much of a dividend-driven business this could be, other than a goodwill, right? So, another reason why you should consider being a foundation is that a business like this is more likely to attract a CSR fund, and there are a lot of funds available to support this kind of an initiative. Particularly if you're targeting students, they obviously can't really pay much. So you actually, by becoming a for-profit entity, you are keeping yourself away from attracting a lot of funds that could potentially be available for you. So that is another reason why there are foundations operating here. And looking at the kind of outreach that you have done, maybe you have contacts, but a university, Ashoka University, I thought gives free seats. Probably another thing is that whatever that concentric circles you had, right? Addressable market and all that. I just didn't see student loan. What amount of students take loan? See, the moment you borrow, that's where the stress starts, apart from all other things. So India is likely to see a major spike in student loan because of the new education policy that has opened up. India will have most of those international universities setting shop here, and all of them are going to be pretty expensive. So we will have what America is seeing the last 20 years of 30 years of student loan scenario. India is likely to face that. So whatever the service you're talking about will become a necessity going forward, because student loan is going to be one of the big factors bringing in stress. And you guys have not even looked at it. So it's good that as students you are trying to do this as a business. It's great. We really have to look deep.
Yeah, no, I think those are some aspects. Sorry. I was just saying. Yeah. Sorry.
Hi, this is Mukta. Can I share something, Nanju? Or
Please go ahead.
Yeah, please, Mukta, go ahead.
So one thing I feel is, Varnika, this is a very nice idea, and I think it's especially going to be impactful during the current times that we're going in. And I have known a lot of children at a very, let's say, 10th age, very influential age, who are going through a lot, apart from the elders, of course. And I'd like to connect you to I'll share the coordinates probably with Nanju, and I'd like to connect you to a startup of ours who's focusing on building relationships. That's their part. They were a SP program here at NSRCEL, and I think what will happen is your influx for people interested to do this will really increase. So I'd like to connect you to them, and I'll take that forward later and connect up to Nanju and share that up. Okay.
Thank
So
you
that's
so
all I
much.
wanted to share. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That would be
Yeah.
really
Yeah, because the focus is on building relationships, and that's exactly what they do. And they especially focus on, budding relationships. For example, if someone's going through a courtship and they've just got married, or, post-marriage, any kind of relationship issues. So she actually has a background in psychology as well. Sophia is her name, and I think it would be good to connect up with her and together, because you will not be competition, you will only have a synergy effect on each other's work. So I think that would be a good meaningful partnership for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Actually, even that Jason's company, right, in NSRCEL Social cohort.
Which one?
I don't remember his company's name. Is part of NSRCEL Social.
Okay.
Last year's cohort.
Let me check that out.
Yeah,
Let me check that out.
I have his number. I'm not Nelson. Nelson is his name, but I don't remember the company name.
No problem.
Anyway, we
I
can
can figure
connect.
that out. Now that you told me the name, I'll be able to figure that out and then see. We can connect them, and then they can figure out whether it's working for them or not. The choice is completely
Right,
okay,
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
Thanks.
he's a foundation, so.
Yeah, right. So let's see how that works. There could be different avenues opening up, and that's exactly why we do this collaborative event with the team every time. Saroji, over to you now.
Yeah.
You had something to share.
Yeah, I know Varnika, and now I could meet Ayushi and Prith. But one thing I will like to put here, Varnika, is my sense of real appreciation, because the best part of is you used time very well. And three of you said, I was counting also almost equal sharing time. This is a very good founder alignment, but we are very young, so conflict interest still not cropped up. So you will continue to maintain same enterprising qualities which will take you up. And second thing is, the first and the foremost question you need to ask yourself, this is a venture you have started. First is the confusion Nanju raised, it's for profit, not profit. That is, you need to settle that first. And second, you're in the final year students and you'll be finishing now. What is your plan? Now, what will happen is next is that you will start getting a lot of offer, jobs, and other things. Then what do you think? When the conflict starts coming in, will you continue to have this mind which will keep you sustainability, or you will look for a job and go? So those are the clarity will be very important when you take it up, because the more progressed it is, more the growth you have got, it is more difficult to cut off it also. So you have to have a lot of clarity, because you might be looking at, if you have a kind of traction by end of you get a job, then you will continue this. If you're not getting traction, you may discontinue that. Then what is the energy level in what is the fire in your belly which can sustain you? That you need to assess that. And I'm sure if three girls are together in next 5 years, probably would be each one of you will be millionaires if you can continue to do the same thing what I see in the last 20 or 30 minutes. And on your financial accounts and IP and all the things, I'll help you, Vanika, stay in touch. We'll all this setup and all the things, so I'll help you on that. And but I really appreciate the way three of you presented. It was really nice, really nice. A lot of elephant startups also fail to do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
And that's mainly why we wanted to be a part of this, because of the feedback. That's something that we feel like we really need at this point. There's only a certain lens that we are looking at it from. So hearing all of this, really, we really look into it deeper.
And before I ask Anand to comment on that, because the only thing I said, continue to do the same kind of alignment what Nanju loves. It is called co-founder alignment. Same alignment, continue to have it. When multiple demands comes, how you keep your alignment together is the key for your success. Maybe you just let's hear something from Anand. Will be very valuable feedback. You will get it.
Yeah, hi. So I would say the same thing. I would say congratulations. I think it's a much needed initiative, which you guys have done. Um, and I think, in terms of the concept and in terms of what you're thinking, I think it's a good idea. Right now, the challenge will come for you guys in two aspects, right? So one is okay. I'll give you a disclosure. So I've been meddling with mental health now for the past 6 to 8 months. Okay, so but not in this space at all. It's more on the biosensors and bioengineering kind of models, right?
Oh,
So.
good you brought it up. Otherwise, they would have thought you were consulting someone.
Yeah.
So one of the things, though, there are I think about 67 mental health companies actually which are working. It's a very hot space right now, right? And in India, I think there are about 11 or 12 who are working. Some are in stealth mode. The thing though is, what they've seen in this kind of models is, two things. One is, you really have to be very watchful in terms of the willful negligence aspect of things, right? So if a student is coming into your platform and he or she, let's say, is severely depressed, right? And they go ahead and you don't have a tool, your tool does not detect that per se, right? And what you then do is you connect them with a counselor, right? Who's handling the liability? Is the liability going to fall on you, or is it going to fall on the counselor? Is something you have to figure out, right? It's a very critical piece because all that's needed, unfortunately, is if the student writes a note that I attended a session on Mind, and I'm even more depressed and I'm committing whatever, right? Then it's death knell for you guys. So I think that's something you have to figure out, right? So right, and it goes back to the other aspect, right? You're doing it for good, you're doing it for profit. If you're doing it for profit, I think what they have seen is on a combination of online offline actually works very well, is what they've seen. And what they also recommend is, rather than you just, and you guys are psychology kids, right? So you should probably be able to do this in a cinch, is my guess. Vet your users, right? So ideally, you put them through a instrument, right? Before you even start connecting them, so that you get a feel for where they are in terms of their illness, right? That will be one way of safeguarding yourselves, I think, right? And being more sure in terms of your thought process. Now, the other thing I will throw this on you as well is, we've been connecting with people in the American Psychiatric Association and NIMHANS and all that. But any psychologist or psychiatrist who's worth his or her salt are too busy right now. So they just don't have the time, is what it's coming up. So if you're getting psychologists who are ready to do this, I'm hoping that you're vetting themselves in terms of their capability and what they can do and cannot do and things like that, right? That's again not for anything else, but it's again to protect your business model, right? Because today with social media, all that's needed is one guy going and putting something on some site, mouthshut.com or Facebook, and your business will seriously struggle. So some perspectives there, right? And if you're looking for more guidance, reach out. I can definitely help you guys think through some things, right? But my recommendation would be talk to your professors. I mean, yesterday I was in a session at the Indian Institute of Science. They were talking about, depression and things like that. So there's already some efforts going on, right, around mental wellness and things like that in many of the institutes, many of the schools. So is there an opportunity for you guys to partner or to collaborate or to co-create is something to also think through.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you
you.
for your feedback. We'll surely look into that and connect with you
Yeah.
for further guidance.
All the best. All the best. Good, guys. Very good.
Thank you.
You know, when I
very
was
nice
25,
suggestion, Anand.
yeah, when I was 25, all I was thinking was to actually buy a Honda or whatever. I wasn't really thinking about helping people out. So pretty impressive. Thanks. Good.
These people are not even 25, I believe. I think it'll be
20.
We're 20, yeah,
20.
20 years.
Wow.
Good
Okay.
job, too.
Anand. I must be 25 were thinking about Honda at the age of 20. What you were thinking then?
At 20, I was thinking about writing CAT exams, sir.
Very apt suggestions, Anand. Lovely to hear your feedback as always.
Thank you, Mukta.
Okay, so with this, we come to the end of the presentations, is it? Vijay?
Yeah.